we are sitting here with music extraordinaire, Mr. Toby Rivers, and former member of After 7, the unheard voice, Mr. Keith Mitchell. Everybody give him a round of applause. All right, well, we'll start with Mr. Keith Mitchell now.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm blessed.
Blessed and highly favored.
Highly favored.
All right, well, you know, we know that you were a former member of the group After 7.
Yep.
The unheard voice, because you didn't sing a lot up front, but you got a lot going on.
Got a lot of face mileage and a lot of frequent flyer miles, you know.
Okay, well, you're well-traveled.
Absolutely.
Well, now you have your own solo project coming out.
Yes, I'm currently working on a gospel soul album, and I'll be performing, you know, in a few cities around the country here in the next few months, trying to just bring about awareness and promoting my presence and hopefully bringing the word through music to some age groups that typically don't gravitate to the spirituality of life. But I really feel blessed to have continued as a result of not being a part of the group, to still be able to do music, which is a talent, a God-gift talent, and found my way back to God spiritually. And it's been a real blessing and an anointing in my life, because now I'm writing songs, which, you know, After 7 as a group, we never wrote. Babyface pretty much wrote all the songs, him in L.A.
Well, how is that different from transitioning to just singing lyrics that other people write from writing them yourself?
Well, I think you bring a personal experience to the involvement and an emotional intensity, because you're writing about something that you can relate to. And a lot of great writers, you know, still write multi-platinum records that don't really experience a lot of the things that they write about. But I think as an artist, to get to bring that side of yourself and put it into music and share your personal experience is a rewarding experience, to see it go from thoughts and ideas on paper to something that you can sit there and listen to and others listen to, and they're emotionally provoked the same way.
Wow. Well, speaking of being emotionally provoked by any type of lyrics, let's talk about one of your most, let's say, tender songs that you've written so far that definitely displays your emotional part of yourself.
Well, that song would be a song that I wrote called "I Just Love to Love the Lord," and that particular song, for me, shares an experience of me being saved at a very young age of 7, going to church 6-7 days a week, the pastor picking me up every week and every day to go to church, and I was so involved as a young kid in the church. That's where I developed a love for singing. I think a lot of black artists in R&B and pop music are strongly brought into the genre of music through gospel.
Starting at the church. Everybody starting at the church.
Starting at the church, you know. So those experiences I share in that song, "I Just Love to Love the Lord," because I was saved at such an early age, and I talk about how I fell astray from the teachings of God. And a lot of times, you know, we all have gone to church with our parents, and sometimes they get saved, sometimes we don't. But a lot of times people who do get saved, you backslide, and you feel like you've turned your back on God. But I'm here to tell you that He never turns His back on you. You just kind of fall astray from the teachings. Without the teachings, you can't grow spiritually. So I found a way through song to share with the public that experience, that I found that spiritual light again, and it's been a uplifting experience in my life.
Wow. Well, we have a lot of people right now, upcoming artists that are currently in the industry that haven't reached that point yet. So what advice would you give to them, or what would you tell them to do right now that can help them in their journey?
Well, I think that our industry, the music industry, has been saturated. It's been exploited in a lot of ways. The bling, the video images, those things are all such negative images in a lot of ways, because they kind of program us into false false things in life. And I think the fruit of our lives is about our spirituality, is about God, keeping God first. A lot of the fact that we watch the videos, then we quit going to school, we quit getting our education, and it's through education and through knowledge. You know, a lot of times people will tell you that knowledge is power, not always
Definitely.
money. Money can come and can go, but knowledge is something that you'll take with you for life.
Definitely.
I went to Indiana University. I have a business degree, and as a result of having the success with After Seven and being associated with LaFace, um, it's afforded me a lot of success and a lot of travels, but it's my education that has kept me grounded through my experience of having success, traveling, meeting a lot of people, and no longer being a part of the group, no longer being associated with the group, reinventing myself. I own a construction company. I've done work in Mobile, Indianapolis, New Orleans. So being able to have that education has given me something else to fall back on outside of the music. But here I am, again, finding my way back because now I'm learning how to depend on God instead of depending on Keith. And the education from the books and my education from the Bible, those are the two things that can give you structure despite the money, the fame, the partying, the women, all of that. So I'd say to young folks, there's nothing wrong with the rap. There's nothing wrong with sharing your experiences of what's in your environment, what's in your neighborhood, but don't turn your back on the teachings of God because he'll always be there for you.
Keep God first and everything else will work out. Well, all right, y'all. We also have very important advice. Listen to the man, Keith Mitchell. And where can we look for you next? Where can we?
Well, currently I'm working on my album, and I'd say probably second quarter, third quarter this year, I'll be releasing something.
All right, well, y'all look out for Keith Mitchell because God is truly blessing him.
Praise God.
All right, and beside you, we have Mr. Toby Rivers. Now, Mr. Toby Rivers is a pioneer in the music industry, music producer, songwriter, which you also wrote Toby Rivers also wrote one of the songs on After Seven's record. How are you doing, Toby?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing great. Well, you've been in the music industry for a while, so I'd like to first start off by asking you to tell our audience what they can do to get there in a more positive way. Because sometimes people stick their necks out there. They do things they don't want to do to get where they're going, and I think that they don't necessarily have to do that.
Well, that's true. First and foremost, you just got to try. You know, as a child, music saved my life, took me off the streets. I started playing piano, had not a clue where I was going to go, but you just have to try and try. Try to stay positive, surround yourself with positive people. Actually, one of the greatest things I ever did was move above L.A. Reid and his mother and his little brother in my very first apartment. So I use the term Velcro yourself to people that look like they're going to be successful or doing positive things. So leaving Cincinnati, I've been blessed literally all of my life. So everything that I've actually tried to do, I've achieved. So whether that was seeing the world or doing every TV show, no matter what it was, if it was a positive thing to do, then I would do that and just keep on going.
All right. Well, now you have produced a lot of records for a lot of people.
Yeah, I've been more music director.
Yes.
Really worn a music director hat more than a producer hat. I got fortunate to place a song on their second album, but I've been music director for all of the LaFace acts, Puffy's acts, Jermaine's acts, Dallas acts. So yeah.
You're well traveled as well.
Very well traveled.
Okay. Well, we have this show, Total Exposure, exposes a lot of independent artists, upcoming artists that will be looking for need musical direction. What would you say would be more helpful to the artists from a musical standpoint to help their music?
Like Keith had touched upon the faith issue, definitely keep your faith. And I've seen the road destroy artists, so you really have to keep your focus Understand what you're there for. It's promotion. It's so that the world can know you. It doesn't make you above anyone. You're just really branching out with your talent and putting your talent out there for the world to see. And you should be humble about that, you know, and not really be egotistical about it. That's pretty much.
Well, y'all hear it here. We have people of the music industry, pioneers in the industry, and we're helping you all. So take the advice. Definitely stay true to who you are, stay faithful, and work hard. I think you got to work hard. You got to put your work in. A lot of people think that sometimes you can just jump right in there and you got to pay your dues. So definitely remember to keep focused, keep doing what you're doing. All right? Well, Toby, last thing, where can we look for more of your music or more of what you're doing?
I have now something very important to touch on. It's becoming more of the musician business than the music business because the majors owned all of the distribution back in the day. So now with things like YouTube and MySpace, you can actually carve out your own niche. Treat your fans well, keep servicing them. If you find someone that loves your music, treat them like part of the family and always embrace them and just keep working your independent goals and you'll get there. You'll see that the people will start knocking on your door instead of you having to go out and knock on their door all the time.
Wow. So take advantage of all the technology.
Take advantage of the technology, be true to who you are, and just keep trying. That's the best advice I could really give you.
Wow, keep trying. Well, y'all heard it here. Y'all just have to keep it tuned. It is Total Exposure. Tiffany Lachey, we'd like to thank again Toby Rivers and Keith Mitchell.
I said to him, I was like, why are they screaming for you? Because I act like that. I said, oh. Okay. How you doing, baby? You gonna give us something a cappella real quick? Yeah, without your music, just doing it. Okay.
CEO, what you know? Already at 10 years old, planning bound on the mound. Ain't nobody gonna stop us now. When you ready, just give us a call. Hit your top screen when to fall. Gotta go scream show fantasol. Gotta go scream show fantasol. That's that CD, flat wall TVs, riding in them Jaguar Bentleys, ATVs and jet skis. Spend the money just crazy. Gonna let me chill, lemonade. Sell with a pot tree like it in shade. Say I'm a pimp, gonna try to pay. The room at you with a living mate.
Do your thing as always, baby, as always.
Well, look who just stopped in. We have another former member of the group After 7. I'm going to let him introduce himself.
Hello, I'm Paul Ringo Wright of After 7. I was a bass player. Yeah. Just stop by to say hello, you know, kick it with the fam. We still one big fam. Yes.
Yeah, I heard once you're in the group, you're always family for life.
Oh, most definitely. Oh, yeah. Once you're in, you're never out. Oh, no.
Okay, well, who's this little guy right here?
This is the future. This is Lil Chris.
Well, look, Chris, let me let them tell you. Tell people who you are, what you do.
I am the next generation. You know what I do? I rap, I sing, I do anything. Y'all just name it.
I had to give him the mic for that. He raps, he sings, he does everything. So y'all look out for young Chris. All right, y'all, I'm handing here Tiffany Lachey with After 7, Toby Rivers, Keith Mitchell. Standing here with Toby Rivers, Keith Mitchell, and the bass player, Mr. Ringo. So y'all make sure y'all just keep it tuned. We have more Total Exposure on the way.
3, 2.
Hey everybody, you're watching Total Exposure, and I am Tiffany Lachey, and I'm sitting here with two very important people that you all are going to learn some information about today. I'm sitting here with Charles Lee and Leland Davis. I'm sitting here with Charles Lee and Leland Davis of the Executive Protection Agency. Now, big round of applause. Now, Mr. Charles.
Yeah. Do we have 2 or 1 mic? I know we have 2. Yeah. Okay. And we just pick off right in the interview. Okay. You know which one you're gonna talk to first? You gonna talk to him first? Okay. So.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Good. All right, Tiffany, whenever you're ready, just go ahead at the top of the interview.
All right. Now, Mr. Leland Davis, you're a graduate of the Executive Protection Agency, is that right?
That's correct.
Well, I want you to tell all of our viewers a little bit about the agency itself.
Well, the agency, it's executive protection program. What they do, they teach people how to be close protection specialists. And it's not security, but however, they teach them how to watch over people in the industry of, could be hip hop or movie stars or however, but that's what we do. And it could be a 6 to 8 week program.
Okay, and in that program, is it like a textbook to where they teach you how to be stern and how to be focused and how to gear?
Okay, go ahead.
In the agency, it teaches you how to protect. Does it give you a guideline and steps on things you need to do to protect your client?
Yes, well, we learn martial arts, takedown skills. We learned motorcade. We learned how to walk and communicate with the individual. Communication is important when you're a close protection specialist. If you don't have communication, then everything can be screwed up. We learn how to, as a matter of fact, we learn how to do a lot of things that a lot of people don't teach you.
Well, most people think, and I know I do, I thought that being in protecting someone, most people consider it to be security, that it's hard to stay focused because there's so much chaos that goes on around you. What would you advise to people who are upcoming protectors how to stay focused and how to keep focused on what they're doing in the midst of all the chaos?
Well, that's very important, to stay focused. You can't let what's going on around you disturb you. You got to realize what you're there for. So much will go on around you, but your main purpose is the client. You got to block out everything that is around you, and you must stay focused. That's very important.
Okay, and staying focused and staying fit, because I know that being a protector, you definitely have to stay fit and be quick on your toes. What are some of the things that you do to stay fit and stay focused?
Well, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't, there's a lot of things I don't do. I keep my mind right by reading. I exercise, I do a lot of running, a lot of push-ups. I stay fit that way.
Stay fit, you eat healthy?
Very, that's very important.
Very important. All right. Well, besides you, we have one of your instructors at the Academy, the Executive Protection International Academy, Mr. Charles Lee. I want everyone to give Mr. Charles Lee a round of applause. Now, Ms. Lee, we have one of your students here, and obviously taking to some of the things that you're teaching. How important is it for people in the protection industry to attend an academy such as the one you teach at?
Well, if you don't attend the academy or any type of training process, then the industry, people coming into the industry is very lacking knowledge in exactly what to do as far as motorcades are concerned, hotel security is concerned, even escorting services, also dealing with fans. If you get into some hassles or legal problems with fans because you have a lack of training, the first thing is to do is just go to academy or study some sort of books on executive protection and celebrity protection.
Okay. Well, we have a lot of inspiring artists, a lot of artists that we know one day is going to be very big and will need your services. What would you advise them to look for with their selection of? What would you advise them to look for in their selection of their personal protection agent?
Well, I'll tell a person anytime to just stay focused and find out exactly what the person's about, what they're capable of doing, how many hours they can work, see where their skill level is at as far as training is concerned.
Well, we know that you're very skilled. You've protected a lot of important people. What would be one of your most memorable moments and how did you react and handle it?
Well, I was with Michael Jackson for a while, also Whitney, but the Michael Jackson situation is when we had a chance to go over to England and we met with Princess Diana when she was here.
Wow. Princess Diana, that must have been a touching moment. So, well, I know you see a lot of different things that go on while you're protecting people. What would you say would be the worst case scenario that you've seen, and how would you advise someone else to handle that situation?
Well, we tell the security guys who are with us to make sure you don't interact with fans on a personal level, because what's going to happen out of that is there's a lawsuit coming if somebody spills the beans or someone said you did something that did not occur. So that's a lot of hassle. It's the same thing for the artist. The artist shouldn't get involved on a personal level with fans, because eventually something's going to come out of it and something may not want.
Well, all right, y'all hear it here. And so how could we get in touch with, how could an artist get in touch with someone such as yourselves if they're looking to actually have some protection?
Well, you can go on the internet and go to Executive Protect. It's EPIA, Executive Protection Academy International. It's located in College Park, Georgia.
Y'all make sure y'all look that up, EPIA, Executive Protection International Academy. We have Mr. Charles Lee and Mr. Leland Davis here protecting and serving every day. So y'all just make sure y'all keep it tuned. We have more Total Exposure on the way. Hey everybody, you're watching Total Exposure, and I am Tiffany Lachey, and I'm sitting here with two very important people that you all are going to learn some information about today. I'm sitting here with Charles Lee and Leland Davis.